Okay, well, let's continue. I will send you a link. And,
Okay.
and this is like a Kahoot because I want to check your knowledge of some concepts.
Okay.
Yep, so let's go here.
What do I have to do?
Click on the chat box. You just join. You cannot? Yeah,
Yes.
Pedro. So let's begin. This is sales and marketing concepts, okay?
Okay.
Just do it is an example of what?
Mm,
Yes, a slogan. A slogan. Good, good. Next. Too many app leads to. Remember, leads to. Conlleva a.
Carlos, but I just see a blue square and a red square.
But this is because you have to see my screen. And are you using
Oh,
your
okay.
cell phone? No. Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
with me, just with me. Okay, so close
oh,
maybe.
okay, okay.
Okay, close it, close it. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
I was seeing the
Just the
web.
colors, just the colors.
Yes.
This is because you have to see my screen, but don't worry. Okay, focus on
Okay.
this. Too many app leads to, remember, leads to, conlleva a,
Okay.
customer fatigue. Fatigue, is that true? Of course. Okay,
Yes.
too many apps leads to, conlleva a, leads to. Next question. Look at my screen, don't worry. You don't have to complete anything. You can close the web page. Look at this.
Okay.
When a product becomes scarce, it is often perceived as less valuable. What do you think? True or false?
False.
Yeah. What is scarce? Escaso.
Escaso.
Scarce. Okay, 1 second. Let me check the answer. Less valuable. Yeah, the answer is false. Next question here. True or false? What do you think? Customer rewards loyalty programs are often used to gather customer data, like customer rewards, to gather customer data.
True.
Of course. Can you give me an example of this?
Um. Well, the customer rewards apps of the bank,
Mm-hmm.
where you can find some discounts for restaurants and stores.
Okay, then they get the data. They get the
Yes.
data. Or maybe, for example, have you heard about saving money and time with this customer rewards? Or no?
Mm, no.
For example, imagine that I am developing a software, an application, an app. Okay?
Okay.
So I need to pass the database to my app, but I don't want to do it because it costs money. What I do is to create, I don't know, a document where my clients, my customer complete, and they are participating in
Mm-hmm.
a survey, whatever, for something. So they complete. I don't have to pay people to pass the data to my database because my clients
Mm-hmm.
are doing it for me. I save money. You can do
Yes.
that. That's true. Next, intelligent marketing knows the touch points of their customer very well.
True.
Of course, this is true. Okay, true. Next question. The flywheel concept focus on create, publish, monitor, and what?
Mm,
Do you remember the flywheel concept?
not really, but I think it's analyze and promote.
Analyze and promote. Yes, analyze and promote. Then I will show you the definition with an example. Don't worry.
Okay.
7 out of 10. In customer reward programs, an issue may be
Mm,
Cuando van a hacer un
Customers
sorteo.
have
Customers?
multiple
Multiple
memberships.
membership. Yeah, this is one of the problem, of course. Yes, that's true. Next question. 8 out of 10. Bookie and TripCon Expedia are top most popular restaurants in the world?
False.
False, because they are for
For
book a hotel or a
a hotel.
shelter or a shelter. Question number 9. Three types of travel agency are independence and travel management companies. Do you remember this term?
Partnerships.
Consortium.
Consortium.
Consortium is the same owner. And the last question. Merchandising is a healthy form of advertising? True or false?
False.
Which one is the healthy one? Do you remember?
Mouth to mouth.
Word
Word of mouth.
word of mouth. This is the best, okay? Because if your client talks about your product, this is the best healthy one, okay? But this is the merchandising, of course, because they buy, for example, my t-shirts Nike is your brand, so this is advertising. Okay, so I have a presentation here for you. Just give me a second. Okay, before we continue with my last presentation, because there are 2 slides that we didn't finish, we are going to continue with this. Okay, this is what is a flywheel in marketing? Please read the definition.
The flywheel model is a more comprehensive, unified way of representing the force affecting your company's growth. The actions taken by each team at your company impact each other. Your marketing inputs affect how quickly prospects move through
Your
your
sales
sales process.
process. This is the flywheel marketing. Everything that you do in your company, okay, to be more unified, okay? Boards that you can use when you're talking about the flywheel. You can use, and there is likely, there is little likelihood. There is little likelihood. Expresiones, te estoy mostrando the chances are that there's a small chance of, there's need to be, there is bound to be, there's bound to be, there's need to be, there's a small chance of, the chances are that, there is little likelihood, there's little likelihood of, there is, what else? Another expression that we use in marketing, there is unquestionably an urgent need for somebody to do something. Todas estas expresiones se usan en el ámbito del marketing. Una más que me falta, there is...
What's the meaning of likelihood?
Okay, there is little likelihood, hay poca probabilidad de. Por ejemplo, hay poca probabilidad de que ellos nos compren. So there is little likelihood of the clients of them.
Can I say there is a little possibility of them buying?
Yeah, but likelihood es más profesional. Probability. Yes, es lo mismo, likelihood. Pero es otra palabra, likelihood. So there's little likelihood of them, of us selling those products. Okay, products. There is little likelihood of somebody doing something. The chances are that. Es muy probable que. The chances are that. For example, the chances are that there is, es muy probable de que haya there is a gradual rise in the price of the product. Ah, ¿qué dice allí? Es muy probable, mira, the chances are that, es muy probable que, todo esto significa es muy probable que haya un incremento gradual en el precio del producto. Rise in something. Rise. Rise. There's a small
Rise.
chance of. Hay una pequeña probabilidad o posibilidad. Okay. Of doing something. There's a small chance that. There's need to be. ¿Qué quiere decir que there's need to be? Es
Tiene que
necesario
haber,
que, o
es
tiene que haber,
necesario.
¿qué cosa tiene que haber? I don't know. There's need to be a simple explanation. A simple explanation. Tiene que haber una explicación simple. There's need to be a simple explanation. There is bound to be. There is bound to be. Tiene que haber a simple. Es sinónimos. Okay?
Bound
There's
to
is
be.
bound to be. Tiene que haber o tiene que ser. Tiene que haber igualito, lo mismo. Aquí también otra expresión. There is unquestionably an urgent need. Hay sin duda alguna una urgente necesidad. I don't know. The manager, the new manager, to read the contract. Cuando algo es muy urgente lo puedes usar en los emails, ¿no? There is unquestionably an urgent need for somebody to do something. There is bound to be a simple explanation. There's need to be a good explanation. There is a small chance. Hay pocas probabilidades. Hay pocas probabilidades que.
There is a small chance.
Okay. There's a small chance. Any questions up to this point? Aquí estuve anotando algunas expresiones que usamos en marketing. Déjame revisar. There's
No,
need
it's
to
okay.
be, es necesario que haya, there's bound to be, es probable que, es inevitable que. Ah, there's no knowing también es muy buena. There's no knowing. There's no knowing. ¿Qué crees que significa there's no knowing?
No hay conocimiento de.
No se sabe. No se sabe. Por ejemplo, ¿cómo digo? Oye, no se sabe lo que ellos harán. There's no knowing what they will do. What they will do. No se sabe. Hay desconocimiento en lo que ellos harán. There's no knowing. Another thing that would be all. Any questions up to this point about these questions?
No,
No,
it's
right?
okay.
Estas palabras son muy usadas, okay? There's little likelihood of. There is little likelihood of. Another word. As a result, in all likelihood. In all likelihood también es muy buena. In all likelihood significaría con toda con toda probabilidad.
In all likelihood.
Or in all probabilities. También dicen in all probabilities. In all probabilities es muy probable. There is little likelihood of, or there is little likelihood that. Aquí también podemos agregarle un that. ¿Qué significa? Es poco probable. Es poco probable. So there is little likelihood that. There is unquestionably an urgent need for. Okay, for example, en esta situación económica actual diríamos, there is unquestionably an urgent need for the president to reach an agreement with the drivers. I don't know, right? To reach an
Yes.
agreement. To reach an agreement. Llegar a un acuerdo. To reach an agreement. Okay, son términos que se usan en el ámbito de los negocios.
Rich.
Okay? Yes, good. Next word. I was looking for 14 words that are really, really necessary for you. 14 English marketing words you need to know. Okay, so the brand. Now I will check your pronunciation. Please read brand.
Brand. Brand means what makes a company unique. So when you think of McDonald's, you probably think of the colors red and yellow, greasy cheeseburgers, and cheap food. This is a word you'll probably use every day because marketers are usually on the board that develops and roll out the organization's branding.
Yes. What do you think on the board mean?
Mm,
When you are an idiot, so marketers are usually on the board that develops. Any ideas? It is
when you
when you accept, when you don't have
okay,
any problems. Look at this. On the board, on the board. The word that we use is criticism. On the board, criticism. On the board, criticism. On the board, criticism. On the board. Vamos a escribir on the board means. Lo usamos mayormente con las críticas. On board, involved in a project or organization, but this is not the expression that I want to use. Takes, acá está lo que quiero decir. Take something on board es un idioma, ¿ok? Que usamos, dice, acepta o lidia muy bien con sugerencias o ideas. ¿Cómo dirías? Yo acepto y lidio con las críticas. Dirías, I take criticism on board. ¿Ok? On board. De repente estás en búsqueda de un trabajo y te preguntan, what is your weakness? ¿Cuál es tu debilidad, no? O cuál es una de tus fortalezas, quizás, ¿no? Well, I take criticism on board. I take criticism on board. Tomo muy bien las críticas. ¿Ok? Puedes decir para mejorar. ¿Cómo digo para? In order to, con la finalidad de, or so as to, para, in order to, con la finalidad de mejorar. You got this word? On board. Yes. So if we go to Cambridge, we have another definition with the word on board, which means, oh my goodness, it's here, on board. You are on board. On board, wait a second, involved in a project. Es como cuando dice, ya estás a bordo. In board in a project, organization, or working for a company. It's great to have you on board. So if we come back to our presentation, I usually on the board, which is the same, that develops and rolls out the organization's branding. Okay?
Okay.
Algo que se me viene a la mente sobre lidiar con situaciones difíciles es la palabra to come to terms with. ¿Has escuchado algún verbo come to terms with? Nope.
No.
Es lidiar con una situación difícil. ¿Ok? Por ejemplo, my dad needs to come to terms with my brother's death. ¿Qué he dicho allí?
Tuvo que superar.
Mi padre necesita superar, lidiar, vivir con algo que es difícil, ¿no? Que es la muerte de mi hermano. Entonces, come to term with. Come to term with. Otro verbo que se usa en el ámbito también es take aback. Por ejemplo, la nueva estrategia nos tomó por sorpresa. Take aback. Por ejemplo, diría, the new product. Imagínate que tú vendes gaseoso, otra empresa vende. The new product took us aback. ¿Qué significa? El nuevo producto nos sorprendió, nos tomó por sorpresa. You know, the new situation took us aback in the morning because we didn't know how to do or how to solve the problem, how to how to tackle the problem. Lidiar con un problema, solucionarlo. Tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Tackle the
Tackle the
problem.
problem.
Okay, good, good. Then we have demographic. You know this term, right? Demographic. This kind of research helps you put people into categories. Yes, it's a segment. You got this word? Demographic
Yes.
and brand. Brand, marca. Demographic, la demografía. Okay, you segment. Then we have the target audience. Please read the definition here.
Target audience. Imagine the group of people that might buy something. A handbag will probably be by be bought predominantly by women. A toy car will probably be bought by parents for their children. This is your target audience. This is who you are selling to. Remember to be culturally sensitive when you figure out your target audience. It can be easy to accidentally be racist or sexist.
Yes. Remember, the plural is women. Women. Woman, women. ¿Cómo me acuerdo? Acuerdo de la Mujer Maravilla es Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman. Por lógica, el otro por defecto, women.
Women.
Sensitive. What is sensitive? Do you know?
Sensible.
Sensible. Y sensible, ¿qué significa sensible? Sensa.
Sensato.
Sensato. Figure out. What is figure out?
Descubrir.
Discovery. Racist. We say racist. Racista. Racist. Sexist. Sexista.
Sex.
¿Te has dado cuenta que en el inglés siempre usamos las palabras probably, basically? Yes, basically because, probably because, culturally. Okay, don't confuse. So this is your target audience.
Culturally.
Is the person or the people who you sell the products. Okay? Then we have the keyword. Please read the keyword.
Keyword. These are words that people might search online when they are finding your product. If you can figure out what the keywords are, you can include them on your web page to help your target audience discover your brand. You can learn more about that later when we talk about search engine optimization.
The
CEO.
CEO, okay, which is different than CEO. This is SEO. Yes, the keywords are the words. When you go to the browser, you say, for example, camisa. Camisa, the first one is your product, your website. This is the keyword. Then we have analytics, social media. Okay, well, remember that this information you are supposed to know. Any idea what comes to your mind when you hear the word analytics? What do you think it means?
Well, the first idea that pops into my head is when you find when you search for information about something, and
And
and then you analyze it.
and then you analyze the data.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but who analyzes this data? The client or the marketer person? The marketer, of course, because you have this information in business. If you use Facebook, you have business Facebook, I think, and you have here the data. Good, good. Then you have the social media. You know, it could be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, Reddit. YouTube can be considered social media. Okay, look at this word interact. Interact with social media. Words that comes to my mind for this part, you can say, for example, and bad for. What do you think bad for means? Any ideas? Bad for something.
Mm,
De
I
no
don't know.
ser, de no ser por, but for, de no ser por.
But for.
Much to somebody's something. For example, somebody's surprise, delayed, no, delight, sorry, delight.
What's the meaning of much to somebody?
Much para mi sorpresa, por ejemplo. Much to my surprise. Much to my surprise, para mi sorpresa, the product was really successful. You got it?
Understand.
But for, de no ser por, but for your help, I couldn't sell the product. De no ser por tu ayuda.
But for.
But for the help you gave me. De no ser porque tú me diste tu ayuda. Another one. I was looking for one. Let me look at here my book. No. Changes for. For the fear of. For the fear of. Este también. A ver, deduce significado. So, I didn't turn on the TV for the fear of waking up the baby. ¿Cómo traducirías for the fear of?
Por el miedo de despertar al bebé.
Yes, por el miedo.
Por temor.
Por temor a no. Por temor a despertar. O porque no vaya a ser que. No vaya a ser que despierte al bebé. Son palabras que usamos en español. Oye, no vaya a ser in case, in any case. So, for the fear of. Es of. Son expresiones muy buenas para expresar nuestros idiomas. Well, you know, I didn't draw up the plan for the fear of, and then you give a verb with ing.
Okay. For the fear of.
Then we have the SEO, sorry. This is the way of choosing what keywords and sentences are highlighted on your website. Okay, putting keywords in the title, description within your website, simplifying URLs, using headings and subheadings, making language understandable. Okay, and the forecasting. This term is extremely used. Okay, this is another type of analytics. Forecasting helps you to predict future trends. For example, you might use sales data to see how successful a product is, but forecasting isn't precise, no es preciso, but it helps you stay one step ahead and can be a great way to make decisions. For example, who can do the forecasting process? Do you know? The my
No.
the miners, because of the Bitcoin.
Okay.
Do you know? They see the
Yes.
chart and they can predict. If you have, they call this, when you have the peak, they call a shoulder, and then they know that it's gonna fall. Okay, when there is a rise in the price of the Bitcoin, they see, we have one here, then it's gonna fall, but then it's gonna raise. In the second one, don't buy Bitcoins, don't buy Bitcoin. They say this. This is the way that they forecast. This is the way that they forecast the price of the Bitcoin. Good. This is really important because it depends on the place that you live. If you live in the U.S. or if you live in Canada, okay. There are legislation regulate companies can message people. You know, this is called spam. So maybe when you receive the message, you need to have a button here. It says unsubscribe, or at the end unsubscribe. This is mandatory. This is mandatory. Okay. Then we have the other one, that CAN, spam covers, and it regulates marketing emails, texts, instant messages, and automated phone messages. Requires you get consent from someone. If you live in Canada, for example, there is a code or there is a word that when they call you, you mention the word, and they will never call you. They will never call you. Hay una palabrita, I forgot the word. This is la palabra estoy en la lista tal, con una lista negra,
Mm-hmm.
nunca más te llaman, porque si no tienen que pagar una fuerte suma de dinero. Okay, so I will look for the word because it has slipped my mind. What does that mean? It has slipped my mind. Se me fue. It has slipped my mind. Me olvidé.
Mm-hmm.
Se
It
me fue.
slipped
It
my
has
mind.
slipped my mind. Then we have word of mouth. You know the definition. Then we have clickbait. You know what clickbait means?
Yes,
Yes.
it's with something ask you for it's like with something catchy that make you click.
Make you click. Of course. I don't know. Like a old lady jump from an airplane, but it's a toy. This is clickbait because everyone expected to see an old lady jumping from a real airplane, but that's not
Mm-hmm.
true. Or when you buy, for example, when you see the picture and you see, I don't know, a bed, $1. Oh, it's really pricey. It's really affordable, and then you buy it's a toy. Clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
Algo falso que te venden es clickbait. Native advertising, engagement, and call to action. Okay, so the native advertising is Facebook does in your new feed show crazy brand. I think you like alongside your friend post. Blogs are another place you might implement native advertising. What do you understand with this word native advertising? Any ideas?
Mm. It's advertising for. Mm,
For example, imagine that you create your web page on Facebook.
okay.
Yeah, and then because you have a lot of friends on Facebook, your friends is gonna see the post because they are your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay to show your web page to your friends because they are in your contacts in your list of friends. This is native advertising. Or maybe when you choose, for example, I like rock, and Facebook recommend bands of rock. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to pay to see the products or the bands. This
It
is
is also
native.
called organic advertising.
Organic one, yes, when you don't pay. This is
Okay.
organic or native. Then we have engagement when people likes or share or what is this? Comment your post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is one
When
way
the
in which
people
we have
interact with the ad.
interact with. Oh, that's amazing. Interact with. Another expression would interact. Get into when people are keen on, okay, for example, when you are keen on something, you like it. For example, ¿cómo digo que me gusta el fútbol? I am keen on soccer. I am keen on
You
soccer.
know.
Remember that the word football, it could be possible, okay? Football es fútbol, okay? Y American football, fútbol americano. But this word is more British. In American English, they call the word soccer. And call to action is when you invite people to take an action. Can you give me an example of this word?
Mm, download the app.
Yeah.
Download the app.
Download the app or maybe with the chat click and then you can send a message on WhatsApp call to action or click and register your information. This is call to action. This is cool. Okay, we're gonna stop here and we have to continue with the next slide. And we were working on this page. Yes, nos quedamos en la página de aquí. Yes. Do you remember the advertising channels? We have social
Yes.
media, yes, magazines, of course. Okay, how would you advertise this product? We were talking about that. Catchy, witty, memorable, persuasive, misleading. We know that words. Then we have the jingle. Do you remember that we were talking about the jingle? This is something that is stuck in your head. Good. So now we are not always aware that someone is selling us a product. For example, products can be included in television shows or movies. This is called product placement or embedded marketing. Mm. This is what Instagrammers do every day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they like take a picture and it says Nike here. Or that is the reason that, for example, when they record a video, they they cover the brand. They cover the brand, or I don't know, like they take out the package, you
The
know,
label.
the label, or yes, the label is the correct word. The label, le quitan la etiqueta because they are not paying, you know. This is called the embedded marketing. If they don't do that, okay. So, for example, Pedro, do you think that you are influenced by a product placement? When and where?
Mm. Well, I really don't know, but maybe.
Okay, but maybe a good example. It's like
I think it could be when you watch a soccer match, and there are
yeah, the
the,
banners
the
here.
banners or the sponsors in the shirts.
Yeah, I was reading about this is this Brazilian player. This is called, I forgot. It has left my mind. I don't remember. Can you
Neymar.
Neymar? Did you know that when Neymar is playing soccer, the camera is not on his face, is on his
Leg.
foot or on his leg, because he is wearing or he got on like Nike shoes. So they focus the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Subliminalmente nos ven, solamente enfocan sus pies. Si tú miras sus matches, cuando él se está poniendo, le enfocan las zapatillas. This is product placement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tú estás viendo, product placement. We are influenced. For example, can you spot the product placement in the images?
Yes.
Yeah, the first one. Where is that?
Well, letter A is in the laptop.
On the laptop.
On the laptop.
On the laptop here. What about here?
In the package.
In the package, which is FedEx. And letter C.
In the glasses.
And the classes. Coca-Cola. This is embedded. Okay, good. Many celebrities earn money from endorsing. What is endorse? Do you know? Okay, in the English language we
Not
can say
sure.
endorse or endorse. Puedes usar el que más te guste. Endorse an idea. Endorse means apoyar, to support an idea. Okay?
It's the
Proponer
same
is the same.
endorse and endorse.
Yes, escoge cualquiera. Puedes hablar cualquiera. Okay?
Okay.
Y proponer una idea es to bring forward es posponer. To put forward an idea, a proposal. To put forward. To put
Okay.
forward. Luego tenemos, sorry. To
To put
bring,
forward is proponer una idea.
proponer una idea, una propuesta también.
Put forward.
To bring
Okay.
forward the meeting. To bring forward es retrasar o posponer una reunión. Bring forward, retrasar.
Okay.
Retrasar.
And move forward.
Move forward es continuar. Move
Mhm.
forward. También algo que es retrasar, por ejemplo, puedes usar to hold somebody up. Uf, hoy día estuve hablando, dicen por ejemplo, the, the traffic a hold us up. ¿Qué significa? The traffic hold us up. El
Nos
tráfico
retrasó.
nos retrasó. Nos
Hold us
retrasó.
up.
I need to bring forward the meeting because I don't have time. You know, I was hold up by the traffic. Tengo que
Hold up.
retrasar la reunión porque fui retrasado por el tráfico.
And it's the same to say hold back.
Hold back?
Yes. It doesn't exist.
No, we say cuando te retrasan es hold up, because hold back es como que, por ejemplo, que te sostiene, pero cuando dices algo, ¿no? Él me
Mhm.
apoya a mí, ¿ok?
Okay.
Yes. Algo para decir que alguien te apoye, to support your ideas, to endorse, to endorse, to support, no, endorse, eso apoyar tu idea, no to endorse, usa cualquiera. Okay,
Okay.
what does
It's
tell me?
right to say the team endorsed my idea.
Endorse my idea. That endorses, because you have to add the s. Endorses my idea.
Okay.
El equipo apoya mi idea. Okay,
Okay.
ellos me apoyan la idea, of course.
Okay.
What does it mean? Endorse a product or a service? Can you match the celebrity with the brand that they endorse? Ellos también apoyan una marca. What do you think?
Okay. Well, let me guess.
Okay. Beyonce,
Uh,
for example.
Beyonce with Smart Water and Sephora.
Okay. Yes. Michael Jordan.
Nike and Hanes.
Nike and Hanes. Jennifer Aniston.
H&M, Adidas, and Samsung.
I'm afraid not. I would say, yeah,
Pepsi and
this is David Beckham. Adidas,
okay,
H&M, and Samsung. And Jennifer Aniston, Pepsi, and L'Oreal.
L'Oreal.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Michael Jackson used to sponsor Pepsi, but with the problem, yeah, do you remember the problem that he had? When he
No.
was recording a commercial, you know,
Okay.
and there was something here up his hair, and he burned. His hair burned, so he stopped recording the commercial, and he like didn't want to work with Pepsi anymore.
Oh,
No
I
more.
didn't know
Yes, he
that.
was the reason that he had to implant. He had no choice but to implant hair. You know, here, pum, here, pam, implant. You see my point here?
Okay.
No tenía
Yes.
de otra más que implantarse cabello. Michael Jackson. Sorry, it says Jordan. I was Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. Jackson.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I forgot, Jordan Jackson. I was talking about Michael Jackson. Next. Read a conversation between two people at an advertising agency. Okay, you are Thomas and I'm Bob.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yes, of course.
Okay. We need to start promoting the new energy bar.
I think it would be a good idea to get some celebrities to endorse it.
That's a great idea. With an athlete flagging the product, it could take off. We should also sponsor some sport events.
Maybe we can set up a booth and give out free samples at the marathon next weekend.
Yeah, we just have to make sure that we stay under budget.
Under budget. Estamos bajo el presupuesto.
What's the meaning of set up a booth?
Set up a booth, but set up is like launch. But look at the word booth. I need to show you an image.
Set
Booth
up a
here.
booth.
It changes a minute. Booth. An enclosed space. No. Es como cuando vas a un concierto, camerino, algo así. Booth.
¿Un puesto?
No, es como esto de aquí. Yeah, pero lo tienen en los camerinos. Por ejemplo, cuando vas a un concierto, el
Ujú.
que va a cantar, no en camerino, es un booth. ¿Ok? O un puestito.
Okay.
¿Ok? So, we can set up a booth. Set up. Armar. ¿Ok?
Okay.
También tenemos la palabra set up a business.
Set up a business.
business. Business. Set up business. Establecer un negocio.
Mhm.
Establecer un
And
negocio.
give out.
Give out, regalar, free samples. Free
Give out.
samples. ¿Ok? Free samples son pruebas gratis.
Mhm.
¿Ok? También puedes regalar trial. ¿Ok? Trial significa estar en juicio, pero también significa pruebas gratis. ¿Ok? A
Trial.
trial.
Yes.
Yes, good. Endorse, apoyar. And under budget. Remember, whatever you do, you need to be under budget. If you travel
Under budget.
to London, to the US, check your bills and you need to be under budget. Okay?
Under budget es dentro del presupuesto, ¿no?
Dentro del precio, no te puedes exceder. Okay?
Ok. Under budget.
Algo para reducir, podremos tener
Make sure that we
cut,
stay.
cut, cut back. Cut back es reducir. Okay? Cut back. Cut back
And
también puede ser carbon emission.
okay, and we always say stay under budget. Stay.
It's a collocation, yeah. You can be under budget or stay. Te puedes quedar o puedes estar under budget. You need to
Okay.
have everything under control. Under control. I am under impression. Estar bajo la impresión. Okay?
Okay.
Bajo la impresión. I am under impression. Estoy con la impresión. Palabras que me vienen a la mente. Strike. Puedes decir, por ejemplo, he didn't. Well, the celebrity, of course. The celebrity strikes me as intelligent. ¿Qué crees que significa strikes somebody as something?
Mm,
Me da la impresión de que la celebridad es inteligente. Oye, me da la impresión que este producto es el éxito. ¿Cómo dirías?
this product strike me as the best.
The best slide? The best? What do you remember? The best
Since
thing?
since sliced bread.
Since sliced bread. Oh, excelente frase. Okay.
Is the best or
Strike me
the
as
best?
the best
As the
thing.
best
The best thing
Oh.
since the sliced
sliced
bread. Well, this product, strikes me as the best thing since the sliced bread. Este producto me parece la hostia. ¿Ok? Me da la impresión. Tengo el sentimiento, ¿no? Como que también come across as. También podemos usar el come across as. Come across as. For example, you say, well, that person comes across as stupid. Esa persona da la impresión de ser tonta.
It's the same
Yes,
that strike me as.
yeah, pero recuerda que es strike somebody. Tienes que decir a mí.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And that would be all. Okay, so now answer some questions. You told me like the ideas. We're gonna skip that part. Yeah, match the words and phrases with its definition. Promote. What do you think? Promote. What does that mean? Declared, provide, give to people for free. Uh-oh, what happened?